All right. After all that time,
This is weird.
yeah, it's weird, but we're back because we took an absence.
We had an abscess.
We took an abscess. We had an abscess, and we took it, and we ran with it.
Can you
And
run with an abscess?
I
It
can
would be
run
difficult
with
to
anything.
run with an abscess.
I can run with anything.
No. The jarring
Except
of
for
the
a
pavement.
fractured shin because I tried. I couldn't run on that. Couldn't do it. Literally, physically.
You
couldn't
should
do
have
it.
tried.
We took some time.
A little bit
We'll
of
address,
time.
we'll
A little
address
bit of
the
time.
elephant in the room. It's been some time since we've done this, and we decided in that absence that
Abscess.
that we loved it, and there was no reason why we shouldn't do it because
We loved what?
podcasting, like talking, because
It is
it's
fun, but
what
it got
we do
not fun.
every day.
It got
Anyway.
not fun last time.
It did. It
at
did.
The
Yeah,
end.
that's true. It did. It started to become too samey.
It did. It's like each episode I would try to think of
A new fun way to like make it interactive
what
and
are
make
we
it
gonna
different.
what are we gonna talk about this time? I feel like I talked about everything. I think we talked about all of music.
We talked about everything.
Do you think that Guinness needs to know?
Have they not been notified?
I don't know.
Dude, that's like from jump when we did the show. Someone should have already said, excuse me, Guinness.
These guys are gonna talk about all the
Book of World
music.
Records. Excuse me. Do you know
If
if
by
Sharon
all
knows
of
what this-
music, it was like
They've spoken the whole history of rock and roll and every other genre.
and
Hey,
every one of
Guinness, Book of World Records. Getting the sea legs back. And, you know, it's funny to say that because getting sea legs to have a conversation, because like we were talking earlier,
know.
it's just what we do every day. So it's normal.
them. Every day.
So when there's the thought of like, oh, hey, we should podcast this, and like, hey, we should let people know, we should spread the gospel of like what we're saying, I guess. I don't know. Because that's never.
Disclaimer: we do not have a gospel. But speaking of disclaimer, I just thought of that. This is the first time we've ever done
This
this
is.
on video.
Yeah.
Hi.
So
How are you? So this is episode. If you
Zero.
don't know, this is episode 0
Yeah.
because we don't even
Zed.
know what this is gonna be kind of yet.
This is basically us letting you guys know. First of all, like we're glad to be back because
Absolutely, absolutely glad
in
to
our
be back.
abscess, it's been.
I actually had an abscess not long ago.
You did. That's true.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
You couldn't run with that.
Nope. No, it would hurt. Yeah, I remember you being and
Sorry,
hey, I know I've got like.
we just went off topic.
Oh,
again.
welcome back to the show.
Some things
That's again
will
like
not change.
absolutely what happens. Nothing changes. It stays the same. It's gonna be the same show as it always was, but we want like more interaction. Like that's kind of what we decided. Like we were working on ourselves these past few years. Like so, you know, what have we done? You know, in these past few years, like that we've taken.
There's
We
been
did
a
further
lot.
down the rabbit hole, and that was great. But the world's changed.
Yeah.
We can address that. Like
can
that's
totally
obs-
address that.
without even having to go deep into that. We, as a human being, we all just know the world has changed since like when we were doing the show before to now, bro. Everything is different.
Yeah, I think we needed time to
All
like.
bets are off.
I think the break did good for like
man,
seeing the world, like reacting to everything that is changing in life right now.
I felt
And then now I'm able to process a little bit more. So now it might be easier to have a podcast.
maybe
again.
so. I think that, and I still think this. Every time I hear something, and this is like it's why I quit like watching news, you know, like proper, because
You just watch InfoWars, right?
only Alex
Okay.
Jones,
Thought
who yesterday admitted that Sandy Hook.
He did. I saw
was-
that
Did
actually.
you? Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
He admitted that Sandy Hook actually happened because he was in court and he was sworn in, and he believes in God. So he
Well,
believes
but
that
they
means
made him
something.
sit there and like actually listen to
that's-
like parents and shit.
I know.
And
That's like
I think
couldn't
guys like him
even-
would just ignore everything that doesn't fit what they want, and then if they come face to face with it, it's like either double down or crumble. And I think he
That was
might
like-
have crumbled a little bit on that.
I think he did because he was very like. Disclaimer: I'm not promoting Alex Jones or Infowars. I have in the past enjoyed his content.
Absurd
sometime
comment.
At
Like, no, that's don't.
My BS meter is at an all-time high.
From time to
I'm
time.
gonna regret this new setup already.
My BS meter is at an all-time high.
This is awful.
So things change. Things change.
Okay.
Get used to it. I mean, look, this isn't the same old podcast. Remember? That's the whole point. This is a whole
This
new.
isn't. This is the.
This is
dude,
a whole new show. A whole new show.
You just sounded like that was like this ain't the same old podcast. Like it's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
some kind of
Oh,
like
yeah, that's true.
80s
We're
slogan
revolutionary.
for.
It's like Tom DeLonge
us.
said about Angels and Airwaves, like that it was going to change the face of rock and roll.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, I remember
like,
that.
It was going to be bigger than Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, or more important. And then,
well,
he
now
released
he's
Angels and
kind
Airwaves.
of, if you
Well, no,
believe him, changing the
musically,
world.
That's true.
Like maybe the Angels and Airwaves
Man, we're
was
really
like
topic jumping from Alex
I know, we
Jones,
are.
like
It's
now
crazy.
to Tom DeLonge.
maybe Angels
That's
and
great.
Airwaves
Love it.
was the messages from him, or from
That's true.
there to
From-
to lead him to what he's doing now. And say what you want, he's got some interesting
Okay, so
thoughts.
recently listened to the episode of Tom DeLonge on
The Steve-O
the Steve-O podcast and Steve-O's Wild Ride. Yeah. Really good. It was one of those episodes that I started because, okay, I still have that like fun nostalgia for Blink-182.
Yeah.
Like old days. I do. I love them. I love
Yeah.
taking that, and I always have to preface it with nostalgia trip because I don't listen to that much anymore these days, like in general.
Yeah.
But like when I want to hear Blink-182, nothing but like Enema of the State will do for me.
Oh,
like
really?
That, for me,
See,
that album is like my definitive.
I would say Dude Ranch is mine.
I love Dude Ranch,
Mm-hmm.
and Scott Raynor and his drumming was amazing. But the evolution with Travis Barker made it more accessible, more pop.
I really fought liking it. for a
Ipso
long
facto,
time.
bringing that album into the stratosphere.
I will say of the Barker era,
world,
to me, my
or whatever.
personal
Aquabats.
if I had to pick one of my
What's your
favorite of
The
their
Aquabats.
later stuff. Quit interrupting me. I'm just kidding.
I'm done.
Take off
I'm
your
done.
pants and
I'm
jacket.
done. I'm
Take
done.
off your pants and jacket was my favorite,
Yeah, I like that album.
other than Dude Ranch.
Enema of the State still had like, so it started with Dumpweed, you know, that like real good, like, and bouncy sort of like
been a while
guitar
since I've
riff.
listened to
and-
Enema.
oh
I
my
know I
god,
loved it
dude!
when it came
Oh, I
out.
love it. Like, I listened to it maybe about a week or two ago, just because I saw an Instagram post with Travis Barker and it
Yeah.
spurred. Oh, yeah. And it was great. Like from start to finish.
Yeah.
That whole album, except for I did skip What's My Age Again. Don't like the song.
That's fair.
At this point,
It's a fun song.
so All the Small Things was fine.
No, see, that's the way. If I were to skip, it would be all the
But-
small things, probably.
I would have thought that about myself too, but I found myself skipping What's My Age Again because as soon as it started and the guitar part came in, I was like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move. I want to hear the deep cuts. You know, like I want to hear the stuff that didn't make the record.
Give me more dick jokes.
Give me more dick jokes. That's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
Give
I
me
want
the dick joke songs.
like again. So like that was I was the same way that I felt with Adam's song. I
Oh,
did
yeah.
not like that song because it
Yeah.
got too serious, and I don't. At that time, I didn't want to get too serious.
well, it's weird that your brain will do that. Like you have like this reality, this space of a band that you think they are, and the second that they do something
Dude.
that's out of your like bubble that you've put them in, it's like,
It made-
oh, they're so different now. But no, like you don't know that.
I know,
band.
I know, I know. But I heard it, and I was just like,
Yeah,
okay, we get it.
we get it, man.
Like this was zoom in on just like I get it. I get it. You know, like the everything's fine, everything's burning. No, like, like no acknowledgement. You know what? Everything's fine. Just move along. Nothing to see here.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's man, this is
Speaking
so
of moving on, what were we
weird.
talking about?
This Blink-182.
No, before like.
Oh
that.
yeah, dude. Like, this is great.
This is gonna be fun. I'm sinking into.
And
it
it's
a little
also so like just so you know, everything that we've just talked about, we've probably just abandoned now because
Yeah.
we've moved past that. And
I
if
think
you're
we were
new to
talking
the
about
show-
we don't know what the show's going to be about, and then we just
Basically it.
started talking about bullshit.
and that is exactly how this will go. Is we just we missed having these conversations.
We have these
and
kind of conversations.
we
but
always
they're
knew-
sporadic, and I like to have a place where we can
Yeah.
dedicate some of those times to it because
And that's
it always
where
feels good
you
after like a
come
good
in.
like
Oh, I feel now. I'm like, I'm in it.
yeah.
Now I'm in the.
So
the
I guess this is
zone
what
100.
to expect from the new podcast. Just
This is what to expect, and
talk about music.
there's a lot more of that.
You'll still
where
have a lot of
that
music.
came
We'll still be
from.
talking a lot about music,
We will talk a lot,
but we don't want to.
But we're gonna talk about life also. Like,
I want this to be more community based because
Yes.
the best parts of it last time were the communal
Fan
parts
and,
where we
like,
could
being-
just
yes.
talk to
you guys,
everybody.
Like, that was the best part.
I know
And
one thing we're going to do is we're going to have submission videos. So, like, if you want to ask a question,
If you remember MTV's Love Line, where people used to call in
Mm.
to Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, dating myself,
I would never take any advice
dating
really
myself.
to heart that we
no,
would give.
no.
But if you
Conversation
if you need advice,
starter,
if something's
you know?
just bumming you out,
Yep.
if
Yep.
you found beauty in something, it can be literally anything, or what our favorite Beastie Boys album is,
Or you want to share something just because it feels right.
We
then
want you to sort of lead the conversation in the podcast.
That's it.
Almost as much as we would.
And
so
that's
any kind of thing you've been thinking about. It could be very serious to so light you can't even think of it.
light as a feather.
So light you
Would
can't
you
even
say
think.
light as a feather.
I don't know. I would now say so light you can't even think of it because that doesn't make sense. But I said it out of my mouth. So
We're going to
that's
start
what
a new
I'm gonna go with.
tradition here on the podcast too, because again, we've both changed as people.
I'm sure
since-
everyone out there is a different
in the last 2 years
person.
for sure, because we all just
And if you're
went
not,
through,
you need to think about it because I think you need to allow yourself to be a different person.
We just went through the craziest, like 4 years. I don't know what that was. 4 years or so
Yeah.
of
been
the
wild.
world, and it's been insane.
Like world
And-
changes and personal changes. It's
Right.
It's been like a weird
so that, like,
turning of the wheel, I guess. you would say.
Backwards and forwards momentum has pushed us both into new places.
Yep.
And opening our horizons, I guess you'd say,
Yes, that's what
expanding
you-
our horizons.
Sounds
and,
really dumb when you say it, but I get it.
and real pretentious. We've been expanding our horizons here at Sharing Notes with Friends. We're expanding horizons, and you can look to learn all of the meditative glory and bliss from us, because we can teach you anything. We can make you wealthy.
Oh yeah, cult. We need to explain cult too.
Yeah, I was just about to say we can make you wealthy.
Yeah.
we can make all your dreams.
Disclaimer: we cannot do any
True.
of that. But yeah,
Yeah, but yes, totally right.
so-
because we're all in this together,
yeah.
and so we got to keep saying, we got to remember that we're all in this together, man. The cult.
SNWF cult, CULT. Cheer up. Let's talk. Thought that was
beautiful.
pretty clever.
It's beautiful, yeah. So you can join the cult. It's over on patreon.com/SNWF cult.
Is that what it is?
And
I had no idea.
Yeah, and you can. There's a couple different tiers. One is you're a supporter. You know, basically you're one of those people that says like, cults are fine as long as they don't hurt anybody. And I like yours. You're nice kids. You're nice kids.
You're not
So
going to
here's-
tear down the neighborhood.
Here's some money for you.
Oh,
Here's some money for you. And then I appreciate what you're doing in your community outreach, and please go forth and be a supporter.
you've
And
lost
so
me
there's
here.
a-
I don't know where we're
I'm talking
at.
about Patreon.
I don't
Patreon.
know. I don't
And
know where
so
we're at anymore.
there's the
You want me to pull one of these?
not yet.
Okay.
Nope. Just gave them to you. You jumped ahead, like while I was explaining what the cult was. It's okay. I mean, it was rude, but it was okay.
I feel like you weren't doing a good enough job.
I know I was taking a long time.
I feel like it was taking a long time. I feel like...
I mean, I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. We're going to draw this tarot card because we're going to start that tradition too together. Every episode, we're going to draw a tarot just to kind of see like where we're all at. Like it's really probably just as much for hopefully you guys as for us.
Also, despite what you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
like,
a good conversation leader.
Maybe
that'll take us in directions we could have never dreamed of.
Well, we couldn't have dreamed them because that's going to point us in it.
We could have dreamed them though.
This feels so...
I like that one.
I love that we have the sound bite. But yeah,
I'm on the fence about it.
You're going to hear, I know you are. I can tell.
On the fence about
We're
the
going to
sound
have
bites.
a lot of this right here. I mean, but... I'm feeling really good doing this.
Yeah.
Like, doing this again and where I've gotten in my life, I guess, like, since we last did this, like, personally. You know what I mean? Like, on as a human growth level. On a human growth hormone level.
I feel like I was given some kind of different person pill.
Yeah.
And it took 2 years to, like, manifest into, like, where I could live life.
To grow and make you, like, oh, wait. Okay, so this is who oh, that's right. This is who I am. I found myself because I had never lost it. I just started covering it up with a bunch of things and thinking this was me. Yeah. But then I got that out of the way and checked that ego at the door.
I feel like you've got a little bit there still.
That's so stupid.
Got a little bit.
That was intentional ego.
Yeah. Intentional ego. If you think about it, is the ego, because if you're intentionally doing something,
my BS meter is at an all-time high.
That's why you're not enlightened.
I know. I was waiting for it. Pull a tarot card and let's see where we're heading here.
I don't know which way to turn it down.
Oh man.
Which way did you hand it to me?
So I handed straight over
then I
to
need
you.
Then I need to do this instead. The Lovers.
That's going to be the most in focus, but out of focus, you can see we got the
Lovers upright. Passion, relationships, shared values, balance, choices, decisions, love for oneself, and staying true to oneself. That's what we were just talking about.
That is exactly what we were just talking about. And
you did good, Tarot.
Thank you, Tarot. You proved us right, and that's exactly. It's what we're like. We wanted to come back and do this show again because we really enjoyed doing it. And we wanted to be able to like share like these conversations that we have all the time, like with you guys being able to weigh in.
We miss the community of everyone.
Yeah, man, like that.
And you know,
that was like some of my favorite times, like being able to like talk to people and like learn new bands, like just have that community of people who were like-minded and wanted to like contribute to the,
to the conversation. Jinx.
Dude, we always used to finish each other's sentences.
Sandwiches.
We just like...
I know.
That's scary, dude. The Lovers.
It's terrifying.
We just pulled that. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. And you're so annoyed right now because of how sweet I'm being. And it's just pissing you off how, you're being so kind to me right now.
I don't like it.
Everyone can see it, and I don't like it.
I don't like it a bit.
Don't like it a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're back.
So what is episode 0?
This is the Training Wheels episode. This is the episode where we just get on here and talk.
We just wanted to let you know, like, because we can't really...
As you can probably tell.
No, well, we can't... No, bro, I could sit here and do this for 18 hours straight.
I probably could
because
too.
this is like so exciting to me. And I could talk about a million, like we
already
just talked about a million things, but I could continue to talk about that. But since this is episode 0, I'm going to refrain.
We'll cap it
for
off
now.
there.
And I'm going to say that I'm just
you
really...
would like to add let's tell them about that. If you would like to add to it and do a video of yourself asking a question, do any of those things, you can go to...
Just use your phone. Like
sharingneedleswithfriends.com. And we have a Dropbox
on
there at the bottom.
I need
that
your
you
help.
can submit the video to, and we can put it on here and talk to you.
Talking
like you're
while I'm recording this.
Like you're an asshole that tries to overtake my instructional video.
I was trying to give a visual for those that were watching and not listening.
I should have done a PowerPoint.
We understand it's the Instagram age. So if you want to just like record it and then like follow us on Sharing Needles with Friends, at Sharing Needles with Friends on Instagram, send us your submissions there too.
I feel like I explained that too much.
It took you a lot longer to explain it than I think it should have while I was doing my own video. I was thinking that, and that's why I started thinking, well, now
At
you're
one
just
point, I
cutting
think
me
I
off.
kept doing it because I knew what you were trying to do. So I was like,
Right.
I know what I'll do.
I'll play into it.
I'm
and
just
keep
going
going.
to finish my
I'm just gonna
thought in the longest route that I can take to it.
And that's fair. That's fine.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.